Satisfactory doesn't really suck. It is in fact just a phenomenal game with virtually unlimited potential as long as you stay within the confines of the intended in-game mechanics created by the developer. So maybe it sucks a little bit. There would be no problem with it at all if only I kept to myself and played it purely to my satisfactory. But no, I want to make videos about it for everyone to enjoy, so you would like and subscribe to the channel. Seriously, subscribe button's right there. And while I don't have an issue with any challenges related to advancement, there is one thing that I cannot describe as anything other but arbitrary. And therefore it is the biggest problem of the game. Nighttime.
Not this again. I thought I made it clear to you, Pioneer. You cannot alter the process of the planet orbiting its star. You are not a god. You are just property.
Ada, you don't understand. Why can't I sleep then? Why? As I was saying, even though that I am a nocturnal creature that enjoys the depths of darkness and the quiet of the night as much as any other introverted and perhaps slightly autistic gamer, I could not help but notice that there is no way to skip it. So there is light when you want to get things done, and there is darkness when you want some mystery. For the longest time I have been playing a god role and literally control the sky, including weather, up until the point where these powers were taken away from me by an evil corporation. And that is when I realized it was only a band-aid solution for a much bigger problem. I know many of you share my perspective and many of you don't, probably because you either don't care about it enough or you have been broken and accepted the twisted fate of sleeplessness. You see, the protagonist, Becky, has significant control over the whole planet and is literally tasked to exploit it for its resources. But somehow this human is unable to sleep. Not necessarily to rest, but to skip the uncomfortable and crippling darkness, which, at the risk of repeating myself, I say is completely arbitrary, as long as there's no way to skip it. This fantasy world is fascinating in many ways, one of which is its roots in realism, as it follows the basic laws of nature and therefore has a diurnal cycle, which normal people call day and night. But for some reason our corporate overlords decided to draw the line there and make us experience all its greatness in a perpetual state of awakeness, powerless to change it and tortured by the duality of the existence of both light and darkness.
Okay, that's enough. You've made your point.
Oh really? Have I now? Some might say I sound like an anarchist, and to that I say quite the opposite. I want you to give us more rules, more complicated puzzles to solve, more difficult challenges to overcome, but please let us sleep. And that was my message to the world in hopes of drawing attention to this problem, which honestly probably doesn't even exist in the evil minds of our corporate overlords. After all, problems of the common folk were never their concern. But in the hopes of a miracle, since we are getting close to that time of the year, I had to say something. Anyways guys, hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you did, or a dislike if you didn't. This has been Aprox, thank you for your eyeballs, and I'll see you in the next one.